Hey everyone, just doing a late night video of my reef tank. I wanted to give you guys a look at the tank after dark and just show you what's going on in the reef tank. I haven't seen too many videos like this before, so I'm hoping you guys will enjoy this and kind of learn some new things. I know not too many show off their reef tank at night. I guess there's not a whole lot to see. There's not a whole lot of life at night. Usually all the fish are kind of tucked away and the reef tank's kind of dead at night, but I like to check out my tank all the time at night and just see all the new things that are going on. See all the new life that's in there. As you guys can see, the coral at night, a lot of them have their polyps out. They're feeding, especially this guy right here. It's always got its polyps out, little feeding tentacles. If you look closely, you can see sweeper tentacles from a lot of these coral. And almost all of them have them. It's pretty cool. There's my violet dotty back there. Its little home. It's kind of dug out everything underneath that rock. You can see this cave. It's a pretty big cave under here, but it sleeps mostly in this corner. You can see it's kind of dug itself out a hole. And then the clownfish, which you guys probably never see because it only comes out during feeding time, usually sits back there all day and night, just facing straight up and down in that little corner right behind that giant toadstool back there. And then have a pistol shrimp down there in that little hole. If you look closely, you can see it moving around. It actually just moved in underneath that rock a few days ago, and that's kind of my fault because after our power outage, I did some maintenance and I moved the big rock that the toadstool lives on. I moved it so I could do some maintenance and scared the shrimp out of there. So it went from that rock in the back to that spot down there, but I think it's actually better because there's a lot more room and the cave's a lot bigger, so I'm thinking it'll be a lot more comfortable and have more food down there. Not seeing any of the snails it usually eats, but they're around. They're all over the tank. Every once in a while you can hear them shooting off all times of day and night. If you look close, this is the underside of the main rock. There's tons of holes in this rock all over the place, and it's pretty gnarly. There's lots of places for the fish to hide. But the lemon damsel, it's so hard to find. It lives up in those cracks up there. Right now it's a little too far back to see, but he's usually hiding out up there. Then we'll go above the reef. You can see the clown back there in its corner and that big toadstool. Back of the reef is pretty bare. Just got a couple of play coral back here. I do plan on getting some bigger acropora, some bigger branching coral back here on the back rocks to take up some space. kind of fill it in back here. And if you look real close, right there, you can see the tentacles coming from this coral spreading across the rock. It's kind of crazy. It's just reaching out across the rock trying to feed. There's all the zoanthids all closed up. I have a... oh, there he is. It's really hard to see. You can see his claws right there. That emerald crab. And then one of my few snails right there. The emerald crab, he's always hiding. Even at night, he doesn't come out too much. But I have a few bubble algae here and there, and he'll come out and eat those. He also likes to move coral around. Like this coral that's on this disc, I can actually move it, and it was up like an extra 1/4 inch, and I could tell that he's already moved it down on top of this plate coral. He's really known for moving stuff around and messing stuff up in my tanks. You see there's a few bristleworms out here and there. A whole bunch of little ones. You see all the coralline growth I've got since I started up this new reef the last few months. It's doing awesome. It just looks great here. In a couple more months, I think the top of the rock will be totally purple. Pretty excited about that. It's doing really good. There's that emerald crab again. You can see lots of sweepers, all those tentacles coming out all over the place, just looking for food. Now, I'm not seeing them now, but about an hour and a half ago, I had a bunch of shrimp in my water column, just thousands of them all over the place. And I'm not seeing them now on video, and I've never actually noticed them before until tonight, but I'm sure they've always been there. And I'm not 100% sure what kind of shrimp they are, but they're really tiny and they're orange. They're like almost microscopic, they're so tiny. But there's thousands of them, and I think that once I turned my pumps back on in the back there, they all kind of disappeared. I was kind of hoping that when I made this video they would come back out and you'll be able to see them, but there's nothing right now. See a little sponge in the bottom of this coral here. This coral I've had for I think over 4 years, and it's I think 21 or 22 heads, and they're splitting, and of course there's one of the heads and there's 2 more up there. This thing's definitely grown into a monster coral. It's doing really good. Looks like that clown's back there investigating, wondering what I'm doing up so late looking in here. This is my big old turbo snail. This is the only one I've had. I've had this same one I think for 2 years now, something like that. Hopefully I'll have it for a long time to come. See if we can. Oh yeah, there's my damsel. You can see it was down a little bit, but I spooked him with the light. But as you can see, there's lots of places for fish to hide in this rock structure. It's pretty awesome rock. It's just got holes everywhere. Lots of places for that thing to hide. There's a better shot at that emerald crab. Hopefully he doesn't go chewing on too many of my zoanthids tonight. You can see this group right here is missing a couple heads. Not too happy about that. But I think that's about it for this video. I guess there's not a whole lot more to show. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this and enjoyed getting a different look at the reef tank. Something I don't think you usually get to see. I always find it interesting looking at the reef tank every night and seeing something new, some new signs of life that I've never seen before. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any comments, let me know. If you guys have any more ideas for future videos, or if you guys want to see more content like this, more late night reef videos, let me know. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more. And thanks for watching.